Welcome to Optimal Timelines, Tarot and Astrology. This is going to be your monthly Tarotscope for February 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now again, the reason I use the North Node for readings is that we have much more in common with people that share our North Node than we do with our Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign, because it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's the path that you were born to experience and learn in this lifetime. So it's much more accurate and relevant to your everyday life. Now you're going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. And if you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be a link in the description box to give you some more information. So I'm going to connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be your February 2023 reading, Tarotscope reading for everybody with their North Node in Libra and or the 7th house. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, when your monthly theme card popped out, I saw this 7 of Cups, and what struck me right now is this is about right now in your life emotional choices. And seeing the different emotional choices and different avenues that you can go in your life. Now, what I'm seeing specifically for the first half of the month for February is the two cards that are the theme for that the first 2 weeks are the reversed 9 of Swords and the reversed 8 of Cups. And what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that there's going to be something in your life that you thought you needed to like walk away from and possibly get rid of. You probably have had a lot of anxiety about this particular aspect of your life. It could be a relationship with friends, family, other loved ones, or even like a job situation. But it's even like an idea or something that you had an emotional connection to. And what I feel like these first 2 weeks is, for most of you, you're gonna revisit these choices that you thought that you needed to make in one way, and you're going to rethink them. And I feel like most of you are going to see that like all is not lost. So any anxiety that you've been feeling in various areas of your life, and kind of pressure and maybe worry, I feel like that's going to be lifting in one or more areas of your life. And it's almost like you thinking that you needed to walk away from a situation or you needed to go in a new direction. I feel like you're going to see that you don't necessarily have to do that, and that there's like lots of options for you to make a good solid decision for your life. Now, what's underlying this is you have the Page of Swords reversed. And what I'm seeing is that this page is telling you that you are paying more attention to lots of different areas of your life, but specifically more on the emotional side of life. And your things that you might have missed, that's the reason why you're able to release this anxiety and worry and maybe not realize that you don't have to give up something, that all is not lost. And it's because you're seeing things with a new perspective, or things that you didn't see before, you are now seeing. Now, the two advice cards that came up for you are the Queen of Swords and the Reversed Hermit. And the interesting thing is that what's really coming in for you right now is you have the gift already of that fiery Aries energy in your south node, okay, or that first house. And when you combine it with, it's like this alchemical blending. When you combine it with this Queen of Swords, which is bringing in more of the intellect, more of the uh, calm, cool, clear thinking demeanor, and you mix it with that fiery energy, what it's doing is it is giving you almost like a new superpower of wisdom. It's almost like the fire and the air um, it's well, fire and air, like, it in certain quantities, I mean, that can be like explosive, but in a good way. And so it's like, this is like energizing your life. And I feel like you're coming into your own in that way. And you're realizing and seeing things this first 2 weeks. And I think that it's going to happen somewhere in relationships for you. Okay. Relationships of all sorts. So, these emotional choices, okay, are things that you may have thought in one direction, and you're seeing things that there's a lot more options that you did not see before. So pay attention to that the first 2 weeks. Pay attention to the way it's going to be shown to you. And I feel like something that you may thought that was lost to you is going to like kind of come back. Now, the second half, what I'm seeing is you have again, reversed swords. You had the reversed swords here, okay, the Nine of Swords reversed, and you have the reversed Three of Swords, and going into the reversed Six of Cups. Now, the healing that I'm seeing specifically here, and this is a big emotional healing month for you, emotional choices. I'm seeing that there's something specifically this second half of the month from your emotional past. For many of you, it's going to go back to childhood, or dealing with, the family unit that you grew up in. Okay, the healing is going to come there. For others of you, it's going to come from a romantic relationship, whether old or one you're currently in. And I'm feeling like this renewal and this healing is taking place. But the reason all this is taking place is really simply this, is that what you're finding out with your life path, with your Aries South node, is and with your Libra North node. Remember, Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, okay? The heart, okay? You're realizing that when you really enhance that emotional side of your life, it's really like a game changer. And so this is where healing can begin. And I feel like there's going to be this healing that's going to take place this second half of the month. Now, where is it coming from, and how is it going to get healed? You have the Seven of Pentacles here. What I feel for a lot of you is, I feel like what you're really learning in your life is you're learning to work together with the universe and be patient with it. And so like the feeling that I'm getting is like, and this happens with a lot of like Aries energy, each sign and each house, all astrological energies are polarities, and they have good aspects and not so good aspects. But one of the aspects that's challenging for Aries in the first house is it's moving too quickly and too impulsively, like constantly pushing. And what can happen in life when you have this in the South node is pushing is good sometimes, but sometimes you can push so hard, so fast that you're not staying in the flow state of the universe, because the flow of the universe is like the ocean tides. The tide comes in, the tide rolls out, it ebbs and flows and goes back and forth. And sometimes storms come in, sometimes the waters are calm. And so what we're doing in life is we are working with the flow of nature, the flow of day-to-day living, the energies, okay? And instead of like going ahead or pushing our agenda, because it's like that's what this is about patience. The person did the work, they are sitting back and waiting for nature to take its course, for things to grow, as opposed to, okay, I've planted everything, and then I'll add some more fertilizer and I'll do this or that. It's like, whoa, 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 just let things happen. So the really, really important thing, too important thing, that you are learning with this North Node is you're learning patience, getting into the flow of life, working with the flow, and opening up that heart space. The reason this is really important is what I've noticed a lot of times with Aries energy, when it's kind of in its detriment, like in the South Node, it could be almost like an impatience in all things, and like an impatience in relationships. And I've seen people with this like South Node placement when their North Nodes in Libra. I've seen it almost like they leave situations prematurely, or they can cause more harm in a situation because they're not being patient and allowing things to flow. People and nature, they need time. Things need to be able to develop naturally, okay? And that's the big thing that I see that you're learning, to get in with the flow, to be patient, and also to really kind of open up your emotional choice maker. The other thing that this brings to mind too is that the big thing that this card shows is it's not only emotional choices, but it's taking the time to consider a choice. Again, that's where like patience comes in, because the impulsiveness of a South Node in Aries or the first house could be, I need to make this decision as quickly as possible. And so a lot of times impulsive decisions are made. Sometimes they do turn out right, but if you talk to anybody with this South Node placement, a lot of times they think back like, yeah, I've been really impulsive in decisions in my life a lot of times. It's because, now that's natural, okay? I mean, it's natural for you to feel that way. But when the patience comes in, when you stop for a moment and you consider your choices, saying, okay, I don't have to act instantly or react instantly. I can pause. And that's really what this is and what you're learning. This is what's causing, in the second half of the month, this is what's causing this healing from the past, because you're seeing things from a new direction. You're pausing, when we're not rushing through life and we're able to kind of pause and consider things and have some patience, we're able to see things in a new light. And I feel like this healing is going to take place. The last couple of things is your advice cards are the Two of Swords reversed and the Death card reversed. And the Death card is a card of transformation. And I really feel, especially this month and the second half of the month, I'm seeing this transformation that's happening with you because of the things we talked about, especially with this Two of Swords. It's like opening up your heart space, opening up your intuition, allowing the flow of life. It's like right here, everything's blocked. And when it's reversed, it's like opening up to the flow and to the ebb and flow of life. And you see it's much more magical that way. You see that if you pause and make the decision, remember you're going toward Libra, which is, its sigil and symbol is the scales, weighing things out. Where do I want to go and why? I don't have to make the decision right this second. I can like consider things. And you're seeing that there's really magical aspect of your life is opening up. And when you do that, by kind of slowing down and showing that patience with life and showing the patience with those around you and those relationships, you're going to see a lot of healing take place. So this month, expect some aspects of your life to really start to flow better and to heal. Okay. If you're not experiencing this, okay, all you have to do is remember, because everyone's on, different levels of their life path. If you are this north node and you're not experiencing it, just slow down. Don't be impulsive. Open up your intuition, open up your heart, and make choices that are carefully considered, that are weighed out on the scales, and just take your time. And you're going to see that when you do that, it'll work out a lot better for you. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Reach out to me in the comments, say hi. I'd love to answer any questions. And thank you for spending time. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.